Go ahead and do the next one, please. Welcome to VBS Sunday. The kids are taking over. So we started VBS every night that way. We got everybody amped up and ready to go. And we're going to treat the rest of the service very similar to that. So if you were coming looking for a sermon where you're seated and listening and absorbing, we're going to have some of that too, but you're going to be involved as well. So just kind of bear with us as we make our way through. The children have a lot to share with you about what we did this week, and we are so excited. I do want to start off by thanking the amazing people of Grace Renewed and our community members. So I'm just going to ask a few groups of people to stand up, and then we'll kind of applaud everybody at the end. But first, can I have all the volunteers that came out to VBS please stand up? And take a look around, because there's a lot. Awesome. We had over 20 volunteers come out this week, so we can give them a round of applause. I'm kind of going to keep them standing there because I want you to see how many people Vacation Bible School kind of affects through our church here. The next group would be anybody who donated anything for VBS this year. There were a lot of people that signed up to donate plates, toilet paper, paper towels, napkins, things like that. If you donated something, would you stand up? Thank you. Awesome. Next group would be the parents that brought their kids out to VBS. And so this will be a large group if they're not already standing. Any parents that brought their kids out to VBS. And while you're standing up, go ahead and have the kids stand up, because without them, we couldn't have done it. So go ahead and stand up. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Thank you. You may be seated. And if I could have my friend Preston come join me up front. And we're ready for the next slide. Our week, well, our 3 days, we surrounded ourselves with this memory verse. And so I'm going to have Preston read the memory verse, and I really want you to pay attention, because once he's finished reading it, we're all going to read it. So Preston, whenever you're ready.
Okay. You always show me the path that leads to life. You will fill me in with joy when I'm with you. Acts 2:28.
Good job, Preston. All right, and before we read it as a congregation, kids, can you remind me, who is the you that we're talking about in this Bible verse? Jesus, you're right. All right, church, let's read it together. You always show me the path that leads to life. You fill me with joy when I am with you. Acts 2:28. Perfect, thank you. And thank you, Preston. You did great, bud. All right, I think we're ready for our next slide. And it wouldn't be a VBS Sunday without a game. So we're going to start off with a game that's called How Do I Start the Party? Mr. Kenny and Miss Charlotte played this with their group. We're playing a modified version. Their version had the kids guessing the things that are on the cards, which I'll explain in a minute, and then they had to flip them over and recreate the Bible verse. We're going to do the beginning part where we have to guess what is up on the screen. Raise your hand if you've ever played the game Headbands before. I know it's a favorite in our our house. Awesome. So how this game is played is a card you usually put it up on your forehead, but today we'll put it up on the screen. So if you could go ahead and put the card up on the screen. So someone will volunteer shortly to come up here and we'll be facing you just like I am. So right now I cannot see. Now I made the presentation, so I know what's up there. But the person that comes up here, we're not going to put it out there until you're not looking at the screen. And then it's going to be your all's job to get the person to guess what it is, but you cannot say the word up on the screen. That would be cheating because we want them to guess. So could you all practice that? Could you shout some things out that you think would be okay to say to get me to guess what's up on the screen? So you can just shout it out. You don't even have to raise your hands. Just shout. It's VBS. Oh, pin the tail on the donkey. Eeyore, Duck Duck Goose, oh, Headbands. Oh, is it party games? Oh, I got it, yay. Awesome. All right, so we're gonna leave it on this screen for a minute, and then when we get our volunteer up here, we will have them give it a try. So, do I have any willing volunteers, or I can call on some people? I'll take you, come on up. And what's your name? Is it Aaron? Cameron. All right, come on down, Cameron. Awesome. I will give you a hint. They are party themed, since that is our theme.
That's what you win.
Just a high five. All right, so if you're facing this way, I think we're ready. Oh, so you don't face the screen. All right, it's up there. So everybody be thinking. Think about what it could be. And on the count of 3, start saying things that could get Cameron to guess. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Birthday cake?
Great job, Cameron. Thank you so much. Awesome job. All right, next volunteer. Do we have somebody who'd like to come up? I'll take from the front here, Graydon. Come on down. All right, Graydon. All right, don't look, Graydon. You got your shades on. We're ready. I think we're ready for the next one. All right, think about what to say. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Celebration paper.
It's okay to get it.
Confetti?
Whoa, great job! High five, Brayden. First guess. Awesome. Woohoo! Mom for the win. All right, I'm going to be looking for 2 more volunteers. So if you really know that you want to do this, I would love to have you come up, and especially if it's anybody who's not already speaking. Ethan, why don't you come up? All right, Ethan. Okay, I think he's ready. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Dance!
Dance too.
Music!
Great job, Ethan. Woohoo! I would love to end with an adult volunteer. Do we have any adults? And if nobody volunteers, it will be Pastor Joel. So help him out there. Oh, we've got my dad. Come on down, Mr. Webb. Thank you.
I've never played this before.
What?
I've never done this.
Oh, well, we'll play it today. Don't worry. All right, he's not looking. Okay, be thinking this. I did give you the heart. I'm sorry. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Disco ball!
Great job. High five. Awesome job. Thank you so much. So we started our night off with a game each night. Sometimes there was a dance party and all that, but it was recommended we not get up and go through the aisle. So thank you for participating in the headbands game. All right. I think we're ready for the next slide. And what we're going to do now is talk a little bit about our Bible stories that we learned this week. So if I could have Miss Loria come down, she's going to help me with the first one. Our first night, our story came from Luke chapter 5, verses 27 through 32. And I'm kind of going to have Loria help me explain the story. So who did we learn about on the first night?
Matthew,
Great job. And what job did Matthew have?
a tax collector.
That's right, he was a tax collector. And back then, when Jesus was alive, 2,000 years ago, tax collectors weren't well liked because sometimes they would take more than they were supposed to. And so not everybody really wanted to hang out with tax collectors. Who decided to become friends with the tax collector?
Jesus.
That's right. Jesus said he wanted to be friends with Matthew. So he went to Matthew and he said, "Come follow me." And Matthew dropped everything to follow him. And Matthew was so excited that Jesus picked him to be his friend. What did Matthew do?
He threw a party.
That's right. He threw a party. So we talked about throughout the night how getting to know Jesus is a reason to celebrate. So thank you, Loria, for coming up. Our second night, we talked about the parable of the prodigal son, and that came from Luke chapter 15, verses 11 through 32, and Jackson's going to come up and read that part of the Bible for us.
Jesus continued, "There was a man who had 2 sons. The younger son spoke to his father. He said, 'Father, give me my share of the family property.' So the father divided his property between his 2 sons. Not long after that, the younger son packed up all he had. Then he left for a country far away. There he wasted his money on wild living. He spent everything he had. Then the whole country ran low on food, so the son didn't have what he needed. He went to work for someone who lived in that country. That person sent the son in the fields to feed the pigs. The son wanted to fill his stomach with the food the pigs were eating, but no one gave him anything. Then he began to think clearly again. He said, 'How many of my father's servants have more than enough food, but I am here dying from hunger? I will get up and go back to my father. I will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven, and I have sinned against you. I am no longer fit to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants.' So he got up and went to his father. While the son was still a long way off, his father saw him. He was filled with tender love for his son. He ran to him, he threw his arms around him, and he kissed him. The son said to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer fit to be called your son.' But the father said to his servant, 'Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattest calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate. This son of mine was dead, and now he is alive again. He was lost, and now he is found.' So they began to celebrate. The older son was in the field. He came near the house. He heard music and dancing. So he called to one of the servants. He asked him what was going on. 'Your brother has come here,' the servant replied. Your father has killed the fattest calf. He has done this because your brother is back, safe and sound." The older brother became angry. He refused to go in. So his father went out and begged him. But he answered his father, "Look, all these years I've worked as like a slave for you. I have always obeyed your orders. You never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends. But this son of yours wasted your money. Now he comes home, and for him, you kill the fattest calf." "My son," the father said, "you are always with me. Everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad. This brother of yours was dead, and now he is alive again. He was lost, and now he is found."
Thank you, Jackson. We're ready for the next slide. So on this night, we talked about celebrating the good news. And so, of course, there was a celebration when the son returned. And so we talked about how sometimes we might mess up or do something that we're not supposed to. But then when we start on the right path again, we start making those good decisions, we start following Jesus and start listening to, reading our Bibles, that there's a celebration going on because of that. We also talked about the other brother a little bit, and we talked about how sometimes when our siblings or our friends are doing things that aren't quite right, and then our parents or our teacher is so proud of them when they start to make the right decisions, and we're like, well, we've been doing the right thing the whole time. Why aren't we celebrating me? And so we talked about how we can celebrate with our friend and celebrate that they are now making those good choices. I think we're ready for the next slide. On the third night, which was our final night, our bottom line, or what we talked about, was how that we can be party starters. So I'm going to let the video take it from here to tell us a little bit about that.
Hello everyone, my name's James. I'm here with some more good news we can celebrate. Jesus, as we know, is God's Son, and He was sent to earth not only to save us from our sins, but to show us the best way to live. The things Jesus taught over 2,000 years ago are still really important for you and me today. We can read the things He taught in the first 4 books of the New Testament. Today's Bible story is one of the things Jesus taught, and it's all about light. Jesus taught the people from a mountainside. He told them about how God wants us to live. One of the things Jesus taught was,
You are the light of the world.
it's true. The world can be a dark place. There's hurt, pain, sickness, war, death. But as Jesus told His followers, and I think as He's telling you, you are the light of the world. And Jesus went on, a town built on a hill can't be hidden. So imagine you're traveling in the darkness.
Are you sure we're going the right way?
Yes, I'm sure.
Here, let me see the map. Give it to me.
You can't see it anyway. It's too dark. Oh. Oh. Great. Now we're really lost.
How will we ever find our way now?
Look! A city on a hill.
We're saved!
Woohoo! Let's go. You got it.
Al,
Thanks.
is that necessary?
Well, I'm just trying to. We're working together.
If there was a bright city on a hill, it would shine through the darkness, right? There'd be no hiding. Jesus went on. Also, people do not light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on a stand. Then it gives light to everyone in the house. That makes sense, right? If you had a lamp, why would you cover it up?
Ow!
I
I can't see it.
Where-
Where are you?
Ow!
Ow! My head! Ow! Don't you have a lamp or anything?
Oh yeah, it's under that bowl.
Oh, wow, this is a nice place.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So did you bring dinner or?
Oh, be right back.
Light is way more effective when it's out in the open. That's true with a lamp, and that's true with me and you. Jesus wrapped it up this way. He said, in the same way, let your light shine so others can see it. Then they will see the good things you do, and they will bring glory to your Father who is in heaven. You see, we can shine our light by doing good things for others and treating others the way we want to be treated.
Oh dear, is it safe to cross? I can't see so well.
Oh, it's safe now, Mrs. Fulmer. I'll help you across. Come on. Yeah.
And we should do good in the world, not to make ourselves look good, but to honor God. When you follow Jesus and share His love with others, you are the light of the world. Together we can show the world the difference Jesus has made in our lives. We can live with joy, peace, and love that comes from our relationship with Him. We can point people the way to Jesus. We can let our lights truly shine. What Jesus said was so important, then and now. People need to know Him. They need to know the joy that comes when they put their trust in Him. We can help get the celebration started for them just by shining a little bit of light day by day. So don't keep it hidden. Let your light shine. And you can be a part of helping someone else start the party.
So we, You can be party starters by letting your light shine, by sharing what you know about Jesus, by inviting someone to come to church with you on a Sunday, by sitting with someone on your lunch break and talking to them about the Bible, talking about God, talking about Jesus. You can let your light shine. You can let your light shine by doing good deeds. My friends at VBS, maybe you can help me out. What are some things that we could do to shine our light, to show a good deed that we could do? In the video, we had the elderly woman trying to cross the street, and the person came up and helped her across, and their lights started to shine. Can anyone think of an example they'd like to share of how we could let our light shine? You did a great job sharing at VBS. Graydon? Perfect. He was saying if someone was trying to cross the street and they couldn't see, you could tell them when it was safe to cross or stop. That would be a great way to shine your light. Ethan, did I see your hand up too? What do you think?
If someone gets hurt.
Oh, if someone gets hurt, you can help them? Tell them to feel better? Fantastic. Brent? Smiling? Perfect. Just showing your smile. Holding the door for someone as they come through. I see a couple hands up back there, so I'm going to take these two over here. So I think Violet has her hand up. Can you say it really loud?
Help your grandma shop.
Oh, help your grandma shop. Oh, that's a good one. Yes, good. Gloria, is that your hand up? What do you think? Help someone when they're hurt. Absolutely. You and Ethan are on the same page. Maybe you have the same mom. Huh. Awesome. So we can all let our light shine, and so I encourage each of you to do that every single day. You know, take a minute, think about the goodness in your life. Think about how wonderful Jesus is and that relationship that we can have, and then let your light shine. So I think we're ready to move on to talk about the rest of the stations that the kids went to. So if I could have some of my friends that are going to talk maybe come forward. If you aren't sitting up here, make your way up, so that way when it's your turn we can come up pretty quickly. So up front I'll need Ashton, Harper, Cooper, Christian, Cam, and Finley can come down now, or if he wants to wait a minute I can call him down in a minute too. So come on down, and we're going to start with Ashton, and she's going to talk about crafts. So I think we're ready for the next slide.
One station at VBS was crafts. Pre-K puff painted ice cream cones and decorated visors. The kindergarten through second grade group made balloon bracelets and jungle wands. Third grade and up made balloon bracelets and party blowers. We all ended the week making bubble wands and homemade bubble solution.
Great job, Ashton. Thank you. All right, up next are Harper and Cooper, and they're going to talk about the games we played at recreation.
Our game station was super fun. We played name games and did creative relay races.
The pre-K class played some intense rounds of Duck Duck Goose. We all had a fun time at this station. We love rec.
Thank you. Great job. All right, and Christian and Cam are going to come up and tell us about our snacks and foam party.
Each night we had party-themed snacks, enjoying cookies, Go-Gurt, goldfish, fruit snacks, and everyone's favorites, ice cream sundaes.
At the end of the week, we had a foam party. The foam machine is always a blast at VBS.
Thank you, boys. Great job, everybody. The other rotation that they went to was a lesson. So we did all the stuff that you saw before, plus music, which we'll get to, at the beginning of VBS together, and then they went into their rotations. So we also had a small group lesson where our wonderful teachers played games, made things interactive, sang songs, and really just kind of honed in on those Bible stories that we talked about at the beginning. And so we have our pre-K group. We really worked hard at learning a modified version of the Bible verse for the week. And so I'm going to ask Mr. Ron to come up, and any of our friends that are in pre-K, in the pre-K group from VBS to come down. And Finley for sure, because Finley's got something to share with us. But we've got a little song from our pre-K friends, and then Finley's going to read us or recite our verse. Oh, he's already down here. All right, we'll let Finley go first here while our friends make their way down.
You will fill me with joy when I'm with you. Acts 2:28.
Awesome job. And I will tell you, that made my week. Brittany messaged me a little video of Finley saying that, and that made every little bit of exhaustion worth it. So thank you. All right, and our pre-K group sang a song to help them learn the verse, so we thought we'd let them come up and sing the song. Did Brent make his way up here? I know. Does he want to sing? All right.
Before we sing the song, I got to say, it was an incredible week, and we had a wonderful time with these little guys. But the running joke for the week was, before VBS started, we were told that we may have 5 or 6 children. Now, we're talking about the age of 3 to pre-K. 5 or 6 is a pretty good group. You know, you can handle 5 or 6 children. That's what we had last year. The very first night, we had 14 children. The next night when we come in, our pastor met us at the door. And he looked at us and said, "And they told you were only going to have 5 or 6 kids. And you came back." It was a wonderful time. And my primary responsibility for the whole week was to make sure that none of these little darlings escaped in the 2 hours that we were there. But we had a great time. But a great way to teach kids Bible verses, is through song. I can sing to you songs that I learned when I was their age. That's the truth. I can do that. So it never leaves their memory, and it's a great way to do it. Well, how many of you know the chorus or the little song, "The wheels on the bus go round and round"? You sang that a time or two? We sing it to our granddaughter all the time. So our memory verse that we had, these guys are going to sing with us, and Acts 2:28, and it sounded something like this. You ready, guys? You fill me with joy when I am with you. I am with you. I am with you. You fill me with joy when I am with you. Acts 2:28. Let's do it again. You fill me with joy when I am with you. I am with you. I am with you. You fill me with joy when I am with you. Acts 2:28. Great job, guys.
Thank you guys, you did great. Maybe if mom's or actually stay down here, because we're going to do our music next. And in a second, I'll ask our friends to come up. But as Mr. Ron shared, they had 15 kids. I forgot to share at the beginning, we had over 50 kids attend VBS throughout the week. And that's a lot of kids. So we were very, very happy and excited. So thank you for making this such a great, successful event where we were able to share about God's love. So in a second, I'll ask Mr. Logan to go to the next screen, but not quite yet. We're going to give everyone 60 seconds to reboot. So kids, what I'm going to do is, if you were at VBS this week, and even if you weren't at VBS this week, if you want to come down and dance with us, we want you to join us. It's a party. We're going to sing our VBS song. As you make your way down, I want you to take note of Miss Laura and her camera. We do not want to knock that down, so hang on one second. And then also when you come down, we are not going to go back by the band equipment, okay? So we're going to kind of stay a little forward. So I'm going to invite Miss Heather and our friends to come forward. And Logan, if you could start the timer, we'll be ready in 60 seconds.
Alright, we're ready to go.
Party people, where you at? It's time to celebrate. It's time to get it started. The party's happening. That's right. Let's turn up the music loud. Dance like nobody's watching. We've got a reason to swing. Let's go. Jesus, your love is for everyone. We're gonna shine your light. Shine your light today. So come on, clap your hands. Everybody dance. The party is popping. Nobody's stopping. We're gonna do it right and have a good time. All for you, Jesus, 'cause you're always with us. It's time to start the party. It's time to start the party. Oh yeah. All right. It's time to celebrate. It's time to get it started. The party's happening here. Jump to the music loud. Dance like nobody's watching. We got a reason to cheer. 'Cause Jesus, your love is for everyone. We're gonna shine your light. Shine your light today. So come on, clap your hands. Everybody dance. The party is popping. Nobody's stopping. We're gonna do it right and have a good time. All for you, Jesus, 'cause you're always with us. It's time to start the party. It's time to start the party. Oh yeah. It's time to start the party. It's time to start the party. All right, let's break it down one time. Get up now, party people, gather all around. No time to snooze, we gotta spread the news, so get on up and get down. Get up now, party people, gather all around. No time to snooze, we gotta spread the news, so get on up and get down. Get up now, party people, gather all around. No time to snooze, we gotta spread the news, so get on up and get down. Now go tell about it. So come on, clap your hands. Everybody is popping. Nobody's stopping. We're gonna do it right and have a good time. All for you, Jesus, 'cause you're always with us. It's time to start the party. It's time to start the party. Oh yeah. It's time to start the party. It's time to start the party. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And they did learn one more song that we're going to do next. So if we could get the next slide up, it'll have the lyrics. And I'll kind of let Miss Heather take over from here. And it may become a little interactive, so be ready.
Alright, so we had a special request to learn the song Oh, how I love Jesus. So, we're going to go through the song. You guys remember it? Okay, what's the last line? Okay, all right, so we're going to go through, we're going to sing it, we're going to do a great job, and then we're going to have some fun, okay? All right, ready? Here we go. Between the classes of who could be the loudest. And we did have different winners every time that we did it. But we're going to challenge you all today. Okay, so we're going to be one group, all of you. This side of the congregation is going to be the second group. And this side, which you have a few more people, but you're going to be your third group. And then everybody's going to sing the last line. So in case you don't know the song, it says, oh, how I love Jesus. Then you guys are going to sing, oh, how I love Jesus. You all will do, oh, how I love Jesus. And then we're all going to say what? Because he first loved me. All right. Are we good? It is a competition, so I would really like to be able to hear you loud and proud today. All right. We ready? I think my money's on you. All right, your first one. You ready? Okay.
Great job. Alrighty, if you have a little one, if you could stand up and maybe meet them in the aisle as they make their way back. And then I think we are ready for the next slide.
Hey, one more time, just a round of applause for all of our VBS. You saw my picture, I was in charge of check-ins on night number 1. And then night number 2, I was told everything that I did wrong. So, that's what it is when you are the director of your kids. Kelly and I thought we did a really good job, and then apparently, yeah, good one. So without you all, and without your kids, and without kids telling your friends, and without the Roriton donating the place for us, and without the supplies, just everything, it wouldn't be possible. But with that, it takes one person to kind of put all of it together. One person that people can complain to, I'm kidding. One person that can make sure we have volunteers, and one person to spend countless hours getting all the curriculum ready and making sure we have all of the supplies in place, and one person making sure that I do what I'm supposed to do, and just all of those things, and that would not be possible without Miss Loria Painter. And so, Loria, if you will come up. You are such a sunflower to us. I just made that up right now.
Thank you.
All right, if you have your Bibles, well, I'm kidding. And I think in closing, we have two individuals who are going to come and dismiss us in prayer. And once they pray, you are dismissed. I hope to see you back next week. If you're a visitor here and you do not have a home church, we are one crazy group that we would love for you to be part of. And so, here we go. Can we stand to our feet, please, in prayer?
Dear God, thank you for a fun week at Vacation Bible School. We had a great time learning about you and how Jesus is a great reason to start the party.
Thank you for the adults that made VBS so great. Please help us each to shine our light for you. Amen.
Amen.